morning, we're just outside the DoubleTree where we saw protesters get broken up by police moving in. It started off peaceful, and I want to show you what we can see here. Some of the damage. There's graffiti on some of the property here. Again, this started off as peaceful, but into the night, at one point, a window was broken. Several cars here in the parking lot were damaged. Around 11 p.m., Whittier police and sheriff deputies moved in and began deploying flashbangs to disperse the crowd. Take a listen.
They threw tear gas and they started charging at us like not too long ago. And we weren't doing, honestly to God, we weren't doing anything wrong. We were just keeping it peaceful, and, you know, they gave us a warning and we backed off like they said. And out of nowhere, there was like a group of police people just coming out from the left and right, like charging at us. We kind of have like this app that tells us where ICE is going to be or where a protest is going to be, and we all just look out for each other. It's like it's a big community.
Protesters also got word that ICE agents were staying at the Embassy Suites in Downey after multiple raids in that city. The crowd there playing loud music and trumpets, dozens of them. Police eventually moving in to clear some of those demonstrators off the property around 2 a.m., but it remained peaceful overnight. And in Glendale, a group of more than 100 protesters gathering at the Hilton. Now, we are seeing this continue here throughout the morning. We did check with the DoubleTree here in Whittier, and no confirmation of ICE agents staying here at this hotel. But as you heard, those demonstrators say they're using an encrypted messaging system to communicate with each other and figure out where those ICE agents are believed to be housed. And those protests are now sparking out at those facilities. So we'll have more coming up throughout the morning. For now, live in Whittier, we'll send it back to you.
Interesting. All right, Mario, thank you. We also saw protests break out following a series of ICE raids in Downey.
Today has been a very rough day, as well as the whole Los Angeles community. ICE invaded, terrorized our cities.
Leaders making their voices heard last night following a series of immigration enforcements in the city. Agents reportedly making detentions at multiple locations, including a gym, a car wash, and outside a church.
I do not have to listen to you. This is the property of the church. And I decided to keep going closer to the vehicle so that the man could hear me say, don't answer any questions. Do not sign anything. Do not sign anything. They did point their rifle at me.
It's unclear how many people in Downey were detained in yesterday's operations. The city's mayor is among 30 local mayors who are calling for an end to immigration operations. As anti-ICE protests continue to spread across the country, California and the Trump administration are now squaring off in court today.
A federal judge will have to decide whether the president has gone too far in his deployments of the National Guard and the Marines. Doug Luzader has a preview of the hearing.
With more flare-ups on the streets of Los Angeles, the National Guard troops around federal buildings and Marines who are training and waiting in the wings will be the central issue in a federal court today. At the Kennedy Center last night, President Trump was greeted with both cheers and boos as he attended a performance of Les Mis. On the way in, he defended his actions in California.
We didn't bring in the National Guard and the Marines. You would probably have a city that was burning to the ground.
But in court today, California will call Trump's actions an unprecedented power grab, arguing that the National Guard and the Marines cannot be used to assist immigration enforcement efforts.
This was provoked by the White House.
The city and state leaders say raids by ICE agents touched off the protests in the first place. And demonstrations have popped up in other cities as well. The White House maintains the president is well within his authority to protect federal buildings and agents.
President Trump will never allow mob rule to prevail in America.
And polling suggests immigration enforcement is a strong issue for the president.
It's the issue that really has sustained Republicans politically for some time. The big question is there a point where they could go too far? Could they be too aggressive?
And that really underscores the competing images. ICE agents carrying out their mission to deport illegal immigrants and the sometimes violent protests that have cropped up in response.
That was Doug Luzader reporting.